Now, this week is 1 year since Rachael Bland died, leaving behind husband Steve and their young son Freddie. Rachael, as you know, was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016, managed to turn her diagnosis into something truly positive, encouraging us all to talk about cancer and co-hosting the wonderful You, Me and the Big C podcast. Well, since she died, husband Steve has continued her legacy and he joins me now, and it's always good to see you.
But good to be here.
Steve, a year, that is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. It doesn't. I mean, in some ways, it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, I can remember everything from particularly the last week, the last few hours. But in another way, it sort of feels like it was a different life.
Yeah.
Almost like it's a long time ago, and an awful lot has happened in that time.
It has, and you and Freddie have had to kind of get on with it, as everybody has to. And it's a shame. I mean, Rachel's missing all those milestones, isn't it? Birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas and everything. And you two have had to sort of find your way. Yeah. Because there have been a lot of firsts for Freddie this year as well.
I mean, that's the only option, isn't it? Other than curl up in a ball and put your fingers in your ears. But I mean, he turned 3 a week or so after she died. It was our wedding anniversary, things like birthdays and that kind of thing. He went to school. He was actually due to start school the day she died, preschool, sorry. But so loads and loads of firsts. I mean, I always try and look at them as something positive that we can actually sort of gives us a reason to talk about it, a reason to look at pictures, and a reason to think about it, because we miss her every day. We don't miss her anymore on these milestone days.
No, of course not. Of course not. I think it just puts it sharply into focus in some ways, doesn't it?
It does.
And you've been on holiday.
Well, yeah.
And the holidays where, you're there with him. Of course, you're wanting him to have the best time in the world. Yeah. But it's like there's somebody, it's just really sad. Yeah. Because you know how much she would have loved that.
It is. She really would. And we never actually managed to take Freddie away together abroad while she was alive. Treatment got in the way and bad health got in the way and that kind of thing. So we booked a few things and had to cancel. So we had 6 weeks to fill, and he's a 3-year-old with a lot of energy. Yeah. So 6 weeks just knocking about at home would have been really difficult. So we've tried to fill it with we've been here, there and everywhere.
What a close bond you're going to have as well. You've got already.
Yeah, we have.
But that
a great
will continue
relationship
for sure, which is really important.
Yeah, it is.
The other thing that you've done is you've allowed an awful lot of men to show their feelings and to talk openly about losing somebody that you love when somebody dies. And the reaction that we got was quite remarkable. Yeah. Do you have, people will be sitting now in the same situation you were this time last year. What would you say to them?
I hope it has helped people to start talking
about it really has, Steve. It really has.
These things, death and cancer and all these sort of difficult topics. What I would say to myself if I was, looking back, was that I think I was very keen to, show everyone that I was fine, and because I was so desperate to be all right again. Yeah. You're trying to kind of rush it a little bit, and I think maybe the advice I would give is to just, take your time. Grieving and not being all right is absolutely normal and it's absolutely fine. And it sort of took me a little while to get my head around that because, like I say, I was really desperate to, be okay and show everyone that I was fine.
Especially when you've got a little one as well.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got a kid.
Yeah. I think because, the way Rachael had always talked about things, and not that it wasn't happening, but, in such a positive way, I was really keen to kind of carry that on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it just, I think maybe that kind of led to me not really taking my time enough, I think.
That's really, really wise advice. I'll tell you something she would have loved. The Killers tribute tour. You made that happen.
It was extraordinary, actually.
That's amazing. That's one of her favourite bands.
Oh, it was her absolute favourite band. She loved them. She saw them so many times. And they played Glastonbury and they played Cardiff as well, which was her home city. Yeah. And before the Cardiff gig, I just tweeted them and said, any chance of a dedication for her favourite song called Dust Land Fairy Tale, and they did it. Wow. I dedicated the song to her.
She would have loved that.
She really would. She really would. There was a big group of all her friends there. There was 10 or 12 of us there, so it was really good. Yeah.
Very emotional. Very emotional. And of course, the podcast continues.
Yes.
You're very much part of that as well.
Yeah. We've had a little break, 5 or 6 weeks off, just to kind of recharge, start to plan again, and we start recording on Monday. The first one will be out a week on Monday. but we've got one actually out on Thursday, which is a bit of a sort of best bits of Rachel.
Ah, it's a tribute.
A couple, yeah, a little tribute, and
good.
some, some bits people won't have heard before, some, off-mic bits that the girls didn't know they were being recorded.
Okay, can't wait to hear that.
A very amusing bit. So, yeah, it should be good. It's a nice one for Thursday.
And of course, you did the marathon to fundraise.
Yes.
Are you going to do that again?
I am doing it again.
Good
yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Well, we raised like £20,000, and it. I mean, it's hard, but it's not so hard that you shouldn't. It's sort of an easy way to raise a lot of money, if that makes sense. It's not easy, but it's not so hard that you shouldn't do it again. So I just thought, yeah.
Absolutely. And on Thursday,
carry on doing it.
Will you do anything special yourself, or do you think it's just a sort of day?
We've got Rachel's mum coming up
Right.
to spend time with Freddie and I. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what the day brings. We're planning to just sort of be together and just, I'm sure we'll get the pictures out and look at some videos and think about her as much as we ever do. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what the day brings in terms of how we feel and see what happens.
Absolutely. I can't believe it's a year.
I know.
She'd be so proud of you. She really would.
Thank you very much.
She really would, Steve. You've done an amazing job. And like I say, the work that you've done for us and helping other people in the same situation is remarkable.
Thank you.
And it's touched so many people. So thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. See you real soon.
Thank you.
And you'll find helplines, of course, on our website, as always.